Welcome to another episode of the Ball Headed Logic Podcast. Chilling with your boy AT Black.
It's your boy BT.
All right, man. We gonna start the top off with a rest in peace to George Foreman. Good black
Rest in
man.
peace, Big George, man.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you
Created one of the best household appliances of all time.
I about to say,
I
even
just
if you
used
don't
the
know,
Foreman the other day.
you don't know about the boxing, you have one of them grills in your crib. These was coming in clutch way before air fryers.
Still great. Still a great appliance. One of the best of all time, man.
And they got a lot of products that you can roll with that's still viable. You know, everybody probably air frying it up these days, but a Foreman can always still be clutch.
I got me a Foreman right now, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Fuck with George, man. George a real one. Air fryer straight though, but
Yeah.
fuck with that Foreman always.
But, you know, I just want to shout out to the brother, to you and your family, condolences. You know what I'm saying? Left his people. Say, man, and net worth over $300 million, bro. So the family gonna be straight. I know they hate to lose their pops, but you know this is the type of legacy building that we be talking about.
Well earned.
So shout out to the brother.
He's like one of the oldest heavyweight champions. He won that belt. He won his belt back when he was like down there 50. He was old when he won that shit again.
And they say he was still rocking chins crazy.
Like he was, bro. He beat that man up in slow motion. It was like some slow motion punches, piecing his ass up.
Because when you hear like boxing enthusiasts talk about boxing, they say, yeah, you don't want to take a hit from Mike. They say you damn sure don't want to take a hit from George Foreman. They were like,
not in his prime. Hell
no, in his prime, bro. Mike could put you down like George. They say George Foreman was coming heavier than that.
He whooped Joe Frazier ass, bro. Popping him off. He had him falling all over that ring, bro. Shout out to George, Big George, man.
All right. Let's move into some free agency. Some people went to other places, but I want to talk about the king. Man, Jameis Winston.
Oh, man. Famous Jameis. They got the best quarterback room. Probably the most, I don't know, the most fucking excited quarterback room or the most, I don't know what to call that quarterback room.
I don't know what to call it, bro. You got Jameis Winston. Amazing. You got, now you're going to have Russell Wilson with take a bite out the apple. Whatever you going to come up with.
Let the apples ride. New York. Let the apples ride.
The apples. And then you got Tommy Cutlass, bro. He just going to go in there and try to play some ball, bro.
Does he pick a spaghetti? Russ cooking up whatever the fuck Russ cook up. And Jameis just eating
W's. I forgot how his tweet went, but he said like, Giants, you can tell them now, but in the now he put N-O capital W. Like one thing I be watching some people do like they branding and they want to say this is my brand and this is my persona. And I think a lot of people go antithetical trying to be too serious, or serious might not even be the word. What's the word? They try to be too crafted.
Yeah. Like corporate with it, man.
Jameis Winston got made fun of for that W thing. He said, don't care.
He rolled with that.
Right.
He rolled with them crab legs. He wasn't tripping about nothing.
And I feel like those are the most relatable people.
His rebrand was amazing, man. He gonna have a long career. James gonna play 20 years, bro. Backup quarterback.
He gonna be like who was that? Chase Daniels, that cat who made tens of millions. Chase Daniels probably made $100 million being a career backup. And I think he's probably still in the league.
Cause who a better backup than Jameis?
Nobody. Jameis gonna start.
Nah, Russ starting.
No.
Come on, man.
No.
You know they gonna let Russ cook. Ain't no way they gonna. Russ is not sitting on the bench.
Jameis got more money, 2-year deal.
Russ got 1 year, $21 million.
I just think like had a lot of sentences, and I thought I read 12, unless I got some dyslexia.
Nah, he only got 10 guaranteed.
Okay.
But it's 21, so he gotta get his incentives up going on. But Russ starting, bro. Ain't no way. Okay. Ain't no way. You can't do that. You can't do that to Russ.
It's gonna be fair, but one thing about Jameis is one of them players. He kind of like who was that other quarterback? It always happened for him. He was married to Drea, or not married to her, but had the little house thing. Tyrod on your team, he gonna play, so you know you getting hurt. So Russell Wilson gonna get hurt. I ain't trying to call it on her brother, but Jameis Winston plays everywhere he goes.
Russ be durable, man. Don't put that on Russ.
I'm not putting it on him.
We need Russ to cook, bro. I think Russ can resurrect his career in New York.
I want Jameis to resurrect his career first.
They both can't do it. They on one team.
I know.
They both can't do it.
That's the thing that sucks about it. I want Jameis, bro.
Jameis is better TV, but I don't know. Russ made good TV too, bro. But it's like it's inverted, bro.
It's inverted TV.
That's right. Come on,
But
bro. We need that.
one of the best things I saw when the Giants signed Jameis Winston, I was on like Bleacher Report, and I read some. I saw somebody do like a post on YouTube. I said, let me go to these comments and see what people say. I know people gonna be hating. People love Jameis Winston, bro.
No, you love him.
You say his rebrand, people tell me something. This is gonna be, especially with a team like the Giants, they've been needing to rebuild for years. They said, we finally finna get some exciting football. This is gonna be, and this is before Russell signed on.
Yeah.
So they were like, this is finna be the best year of Giants football we've ever seen. He said 45 touchdowns and 40 interceptions, but I'm here for it.
Nah, it's gonna be a ride. But they ain't starting Jameis. They can't start Jameis.
No. Before you told me the real numbers, I thought, because I was like, I don't think I read was the guarantee. So I was like, all right, cool. They gonna give it to Jameis.
They might do a fake competition, but they really want Russ to win it.
I would say so.
Because Russ McGay, he had more success in the league, man. Like Jameis, his highs be high, but his lows be low.
Ooh.
Like Russ ain't gonna be terrible out there.
Yeah.
He might not look how he used to look back in the day, but it's not gonna be terrible.
But even then, like his worst years were those last few years at the Seahawks, because they was done with him.
And it was just that Denver shit.
And Denver shit, like that just he wasn't.
Because he wasn't bad with the Seahawks. Just the Denver shit, his stats wasn't actually bad.
He looked
how
bad.
It looked. Everything, Sean Payton.
Yeah.
Sean Payton wanted him to look bad. He just didn't want him there.
Yeah.
They ain't want him there.
But when I was looking at them comments, people was like, boy, we signed Jameis. People were happy about it.
No, they should do Hard Knocks.
Like, no, they can't have it 2 years in a row, bro.
They had it last year?
That's the reason that Barkley, he got caught on that tape. They was doing Hard Knocks.
I don't even remember. Damn. How I said they gotta give it back to him, bro.
Yeah, I think they did Hard Knocks.
We gotta have Jameis on there, bro. Jameis and Russ, come on, man.
Yeah.
That's some classic shit.
Well, I was like, do you want it 2 years in a row?
Yeah. They can give it back to him.
No, I think they did it, bro.
But now it's like, because I thought the Giants were going to draft a quarterback. So now what that mean about them drafting Shador? They might not be going Shador.
Yeah, but they probably don't want to start over. They probably think they got enough roster moves, depending. I don't know what their draft pick situation looking like. I don't know what their cap situation looking like. They probably think they can maybe cook a little bit right now.
Russ.
Yeah.
Man. The potential they can get Travis. They can get a nice draft pick if they ain't drafting a quarterback. They got the third pick, so they can get somebody nice.
I saw a mock draft today that they picked up Travis.
I can get Travis, or Carter might fall, or like whichever. It
was Cam Ward to the Titans, Shador to the Browns.
I don't like that.
And then Travis to the Giants. So they kind of and Travis, he'll be a star up there. He gonna
Travis
get a lot
gonna be good wherever he go. Travis gonna be straight. I just don't want Shador to go to the Browns.
No.
I don't like that for Shador, bro. I hope Deion say something like,
yeah,
fuck that. He got to fall in the draft before he go to the damn Browns.
Yeah, you got to pull that. You got to pull some of that Manning juice. You got this type of juice. Deion got that type of juice.
That's nasty, bro. Don't nobody deserve that in their career.
You know, granted, you don't want nobody to go to the Browns if that's a player you like. But if you a cornerback, man, just go over there and get your bread.
Nah, you'll be straight at corner, even a DN. Yeah. Any other position but quarterback, they just can't get it right. Yeah. Can't get it right.
Because you look at Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett said, yeah, they threw me in that bag. I had to take it. He's like, I'm going to sit here and lose. I'm going to sit here and lose, but...
I'm going to lose in style.
Thank you.
Literally. I'm going to lose with all this money.
I'm going to make it to the Hall of Fame anyway.
I mean, he's going to be like, what's his name? Joe Thomas. Like, shit, I'm just going to be just a Hall of Fame player in a terrible situation, man. What can I do?
J.J. Watt, Hall of Fame player, and he had a terrible situation in Texas for a long time.
He did.
They had some good seasons over there, but
Deshaun came and kind of turned them up a little bit.
Yeah.
Before he started getting freaky. Yeah, I don't know where his career going. Like, I don't, bro. Like, what they gonna do with him? Is they gonna cut him?
I thought they already cut him.
They cut him already because they got Kenny Pickett now.
Yeah.
They just gonna eat the money.
I would have to say that they will.
Guess they ain't got no choice. They might keep him on the roster. He hurt. He probably ain't gonna play next season anyway.
Yeah.
They'll probably cut him after this season. But Whatever, man.
Yeah, they saying they're gonna get rid of him. I just looked up a quick news thing. But any of this other free agency you care about? Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers, possibly.
They say Diggs sign.
Diggs to the Patriots.
Do he got anything left? Or is he gonna be washed out here?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. That's one of them players. I have no reason to hate that man. Well, I do have
coming
one
off
now.
of ACL, man. ACL rough.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been a Stephon Diggs hater for years, bro.
Why?
I just never liked him. He was one of them people I just never liked. I don't know what it was. even before the Minneapolis Miracle, I already disliked.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
No, but I disliked him before that. I'm talking about he got on the screen.
Yeah, he stung y'all ass, bro. That shit was fire.
I don't know. I looked at him. I said, I don't like the cat.
That shit was epic. You must have knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah,
you knew it beforehand.
I would have rather it been Adam Thielen.
Oh well, brother.
That's how much I hate this nigga, bro. I don't know why. I don't know why I hate him that much, bro. But I just never liked him.
Man.
Sometimes I've told you this, bro. Sometimes I look at it. I'll be watching the game. I look at somebody. and I'll be like, they just don't. Do it. They just can't do it.
Can't win with them.
Never did anything. I'm just watching a random Minnesota game. Saw the brother, and I was like, I thought it was like his first or second year, bro. I was like, nope. And then years later,
I don't know. I don't know. ACL rough, man. He in his 30s now. He didn't come off of ACL. This your first major injury. It's gonna be rough.
It's really the 30s thing more than ACL because people coming back from ACLs.
I mean, how old was AP? AP. But AP is AP though.
That's a different one.
Yeah, that's a different animal, man. He came back.
He actually is strong. He actually is the one who's given the blueprint of saying, if you can't come back within the year and be ready for next season, what you doing out here?
He out here.
He messed it up for a lot of people.
But that dude is inhuman, man. He a different type of dude.
That was supposed to be his MVP season, but Peyton Manning went off that year as well. They're gonna give it to the quarterback.
They always gonna give it to a quarterback.
Bengals give Jamar Chase and T. Higgins their bread. Good for them brothers. D-Hop went to the Ravens.
He might be washed. He might get help him a little bit, but he ain't D-Hop no more. He's just a player out there.
I think it's gonna be a situation like when Shannon Sharp said when he went to the Ravens. One play Shay. He just gotta make the play. Whatever they need him to do at the time it needs to be done, make that happen.
Yeah.
Don't rely on him for 1,500 yards.
Nah, hell no.
But if he can be a solid third down target, maybe have Lamar have somebody to get the ball out to that he can trust. That's pretty much all you need because we know Lamar throwing darts now. All that passing conflicts out the window. So, three-headed monster, all of them brothers doing their thing.
We'll see, man. D-Hop getting old too.
Yeah. I think we believed in previous episodes, we talked about the Seahawks replacing Geno with Sam Darnold.
Yeah, we already talked about that.
We were just like, yeah.
We don't care about no Sam.
Okay. Which one we going to go to next? Let's go ahead.
We got to go to the Prince, man. To the young king, man. The Prince that was promised to us. The young fucking Prince. I knew it. I always knew. I've been knew.
I wonder why people ain't calling him the Prince right now. As soon as he get in the NBA and really, really start balling, he better start calling himself the Prince.
Like, he got to earn that name. Now you're going to do the campaign behind him. He got to earn it yet. They can't just give it to him.
I said once you really start balling.
But it's happening, though. It's happening right in front of our eyes. We talking about young Bronny.
And
he deserve it, man. He been standing down till he come up, bro. That's Bronny. He hooping.
And one of the things that I like about
it. You never had a player hoop in both leagues.
In both leagues.
For real, man. Oh, yeah, G League do only go off in the G League. Bronny going off in the NBA, bro. Come on, man. This young GOAT status. Get that boy his props, man.
But obviously, because I didn't look up these stats, I was watching Gil's Arena, and he just was bringing up stats. So, like the last 2 years, every player before the 55th pick, he's doing better.
He's doing better than all these dudes,
than all of them. He's doing better than people in his draft now who's first rounders.
But he's the only rookie you know. Bronny. You can't even name no other rookies. It's Bronny, bro.
Because I think they said like the number 12 pick playing in the G League, and he ain't really putting up no numbers. Like,
he ain't getting no buckets. We don't know these dudes.
And like I said,
And I'm a Hawks fan, bro. The Hawks had the #1 pick, though. We got some dude named Richard Shea. And I just went to a Hawks game. I seen him play. He was hooping too. Bro, dropped like 20 points. He all right. He kind of nice, but he might be good. But I still rather have Bronny. I would have took Bronny with the #1 pick. I would have took him #1, bro. Fuck that. Think we coming with Bronny. We got the team. We got LeBron James.
That's
we
crazy,
marketing
bro.
The shit out of Bronny in Atlanta, bro. You crazy. I would have had a jersey and everything.
Them jerseys was gonna go crazy, bro.
Man, Bronny would have had the club going crazy, bro. Bronny would have had Magic City going up. Bronny.
But think about it, that means y'all would have got Bron too.
Yeah, he probably would have came to like, fuck it, I gotta come with my boy.
I gotta come with the boy in Atlanta now.
Oh, Bronny turned up. Bronny out here telling people they chain fake. He becoming a real nigga right in front of our eyes, bro. Young Bronny.
Well, the thing about it is he probably was already that. He just was probably calming it down. He's probably taking advice. And, once you start feeling comfortable.
No, I got this now. I'm hooping
I got this now. Because even when you look at something like him taking Giannis to the hole.
Took him. He wasn't scared. He said he was mad big out here, but damn, he still tried to take him.
Yeah. You take that. And what I like about it is that's what you're supposed to do. A guard, you're supposed to take a 6'9", 6'10" dude. You're supposed to be able to take him off the dribble.
Take him off the dribble.
Got Giannis's ankles shifted up. You did what every other guard would do in that situation. If that was Chef Curry out there, he would have did it. If it was James Harden, he would have did it. Hell, if it was Kyrie, we know he would have did it. So you did what you were supposed to do to a great player, top 3 player in the league. You did what you were supposed to do to him because of what the skill set says.
Bronny climbing up in the ranks, bro. Bronny might be the best player on the Lakers right now. Right now. He's surpassing his dad in front of our eyes, bro. It's Bronny team. Go ahead, Dad. You need to retire. Go ahead, Pops.
I got this, Pops.
You know what I'm saying? Get Bryce in the league. Me and my brother go do it together. You go ahead and hang it up.
I'm about to say Bryce would be there in a few years. But I watched the highlights of his little high school game. He seemed like he was a little bit more aggressive.
Nah, LeBron ain't leaving, bro. He ain't leaving until Bryce come. Yeah. He ain't gonna come out and say it. Pat McAfee kind of talked about it a little bit, but nah, Brian ain't leaving until Bryce come, bro. They both coming to the Lakers. Then LeBron gonna leave.
Okay, so let's encompass this whole thing, right? We're talking about Bronny. Bryce might come up.
He coming.
You said you saw the interview, man. Give me some points. What was they over there talking about? I ain't got a chance to watch it yet, besides one clip.
They just going through LeBron's career. You know, LeBron don't give too many interviews, so he giving the highlights of his career. Talking about the decision. Talk about little stuff like everything people interested about. Talking about Stephen A.
Yeah.
Said Stephen A. on a Taylor Swift type tour talking about him.
I saw that clip.
Me and Chatty Patty. He clapped, but this is like a chess move because ESPN and Stephen A. kind of competing with Pat McAfee, even they both ESPN, but them two kind of competing for this top dog position. And he chose Pat McAfee. He's like, but I'm not fucking with Stephen A. I'm on Pat McAfee's show, and I'm gonna give him the interview. I ain't never gave none of y'all this interview. I ain't never sat down for no hour and talked to none of y'all outside of my own program. Yep. And he did it.
Because he got the shop, he got his own podcast.
He got his own shit.
He doing it with Steve Nash now. I saw that today. But I didn't even take the angle that he gave basically an exclusive.
Yeah. Some Kendrick shit, bro. He diabolical with it, bro. Some subliminals he had coming at Stephen A. ass, bro. They was on ESPN breaking down the interview and shit. Like, yeah, because I ain't give it to y'all. I gave it to him.
Yeah.
And it was a better move. It was better over there. Like, they be smooth with it over there. They be having a good time. It's just like a conversation.
Yeah. And if he would have went on there, they probably would have went back and forth in a...
You talking about LeBron and Stephen A?
Yeah. And
LeBron will never give him that. He will never give him that.
Let me ask you a question. Why not? Like, I can understand you butting heads with somebody, but... And granted, I'm not in those type positions, especially like on this level of business and things of that nature yet. So sometimes you have to make those. There's probably moves I don't have experience with yet, but maybe not today. I would have still did Pat McAfee, but 5 years down the road after I retire or something like that, I still don't give him a look. Still don't go have a conversation.
There's some people you don't rock with, bro. Like to this day, he ain't never mentioned what's his name, Skip Bayless. He ain't never said that dude by name ever. True. He ain't never say that man's name. Even though Stephen A. he'll mention him, but he ain't never gonna give him a look. Like, but nah, you ain't getting no play in my ride. No shine over here.
That's fair, because I can understand the Skip part. Like, why would you go sit down with Skip at all?
You don't fool with them dudes.
He's the only one who's gonna win from that. But And the only reason I'm looking at it because
the same with Stephen A. Like
I've seen Stephen A. give it up for him though. Stephen A. LeBron James is the best player in the league. He's done that for years.
LeBron ain't finna go on a show and debate with you or argue with you on no TV show. He ain't about to do that.
Yeah.
You went to Pat McAfee because it's a conversation. They live and they having a good time. They in the same type age group. So it's a different vibe. Like with Stephen A., it's going to be combative. Like y'all here to bump heads and go against each other. And LeBron ain't finna give him that.
That's fair. Because, yeah, I can see it. But it's like, even then, because it's like, and granted, these are not my feelings. I'm not really in it like that, so I can't tell. But it's like, because I've seen Stephen A. give it up so much over the years that maybe there is a place for them to, have a conversation, like, go on the show or do something that's,
But what would LeBron get out of that? He wouldn't get nothing out of it. Steven would get something out of it, but LeBron ain't getting nothing out of it talking to him. Talking to somebody that you don't really want to talk to.
Well, it depends on the situation, because it's like, if you have the conversation, and granted, if they pigeonhole you and they was able to craft the conversation and move the conversation in their direction, and you quote unquote lose, that's double negative.
Yeah.
But if you go on there, you able to get off what you want to get off, you control the narrative, you can put the conversation in your court and have them maybe scrambling. Granted, they still gonna get the dub because people gonna tune in and see, oh, they talking. So he's always gonna get that dub. That dub is constantly there. But LeBron can go on there and say, see, Stephen A. was on that bullshit. He went to him man to man and squashed all that. But it's something I'm gonna have to experience coming up in the future, because I just don't.
Some things be simple, bro. I don't fuck with that dude.
Yeah.
It's just simple as that. I don't like that dude, bro. I don't fuck with him. He be on TV talking shit for years. I ain't fucking with, bro.
Yeah.
He ain't getting this look.
And like LeBron said in an interview, at least I watched the clip. He was like, I gotta protect my household. I gotta protect my son. He said, I'm not even doing it. I'm protecting the players.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things he said. Like, this ain't just about Bronny. It ain't just about me. It's about the whole entire thing. But you look at all the players with their podcast, they always make that strong point saying, this is more than us just making podcasts to talk. Shit, we can tell our stories and tell our narratives.
Controlling our narratives.
And tell you what was going on during those seasons. I love hearing Jeff T tell a story.
Oh, Jeff T is hilarious, bro.
I love hearing Jeff T tell a story. I love hearing Gil's perspective on basketball. I like Kenyon Martin's perspective. But like, you hear Jeff T tell a story and how it, like even a simple story when he told the story of how what's his name? Jimmy Butler came to Milwaukee and how he was calling, because the only thing the media said, he called a cat, said they was sorry. He broke it down a little bit more, and it's like, and granted, it was more or less the same story, but it's more or less, he's looking at him like, he was giving Jimmy Butler resistance, like, nah, bro, them cats do got it. And Jimmy Butler looking at him as a man saying, well, no, they don't. You can believe it if you want to. Them cats don't got it. So
you got it because you not.
So you can see that they add a little bit more texture and context to that story, and hearing Jeff T tell it because he was there, he witnessed it.
Yeah.
Or even how Jeff T got the GM ripped him off with the Saints, like he wanted to leave and stuff like that. Just them stories is super dope. So a lot of people, not saying that they don't like Stephen A., but they saying like, bro, you can't just get your shit off the way you used to.
I mean, Stephen A. one of them personalities, you either with him against, like, you ain't on the fence about Stephen A. Some people fuck with him and some people don't.
Yeah, I fuck with him though.
Like, that's what I'm saying. You on the side with Stephen A. He ain't no Pat McAfee. You ain't coming up there to have no conversation and kick shit and have a good time. Like, that's what that interview was about. But then, there was, like I said, it was a shot at Stephen. Like, nigga, I'm over here I'm not fucking with you at all. Yeah. I'm going with somebody that's kind of directly competing with you, even though y'all are the same company. Y'all in competition for that spot, for real.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking with you.
No, I can agree with that. Like, but I fuck with Pat McAfee's show too.
This show is good.
Yeah.
The shit is good.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people talk about what damn LeBron went on Pat McAfee before he went on Club Shay Shay. I was like, he ain't doing that shit either, bro. I was like, I don't think deep down LeBron fuck with him like that. Even though he be fucking, he always be caping for LeBron. He love LeBron, but deep down, I don't think LeBron fuck with him like that. And I couldn't imagine him on no damn Club Shay anyway.
Well, yeah, because we like you kind of mentioned it before. Like he got his own programming.
Yeah.
He got his podcast. He got the shop. He cooked that up anytime he wants some stuff out.
Yeah.
I ain't seen a shot clip in forever, but if he want to put some stuff out, you're gonna see about 6 episodes roll out, and you're gonna see people in the building.
Yeah. He gonna talk to who he want to talk to. The people like he pick and choose. He ain't fucking with everybody.
Yeah.
Man, that's life. You can't be mad at him.
And yeah.
People like who they like, man. People vibe with who they vibe with.
But I also understand the concept of people who, say they go build their own platforms and make things happen for themselves, so they don't have to go sit on somebody else's stuff and be having the conversation potentially go in another angle.
Yeah.
But let's see.
I seen another good interview. I don't know if you probably ain't see it with Jaylen Brown. I fuck with Jaylen Brown, man. Jaylen Brown was a solid dude. Yeah, I fuck with Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
He did an interview with 19 Keys. I don't know if you know who that is.
Oh, I know who 19 Keys is. Okay, so, that's an interesting
exactly. Parent. Everybody ain't finna show up and do no interview with him. Like you gotta be your own type of man to do an interview with him. And he talked about that too. Like he ain't controlled by nobody. That's why I can show up and do an interview with 19 Keys. Cause I ain't controlled by no Nike. I ain't controlled by nobody NBA. They putting all these narratives about him. They hating on him.
Yeah.
He a proud black man. He trying to do shit with black people. He stand up. He say he don't like certain things and he ain't going for anything. And they be hating on him. Like for real.
And because he is extremely intelligent. Like extremely intelligent. Not just
they hate on that too. Talking about he think he's smarter than everybody. They be saying some crazy narratives about bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, it's fucked up how they could twist things in media if they don't like you. You not chosen on that side. Or you're not picking these organizations, these companies to be sponsored by. Like, nah, bro, I don't need none of y'all. I'm my own man.
But if he is smarter than everybody, y'all need to just let that insecurity go. He's going to question everything you do. I don't mind being questioned as long as I feel like you got the right sense to know, if you're curious.
It's only like that with a brother.
Yeah.
It's only detrimental when you're a smart brother. When you're a smart white, oh, he's so intelligent. He knows the game. He knows everything. He went to this school. Oh, he's so smart. But when a brother's smart, like, he think he's smarter than everybody. Like, it's fucked up, but it's true, though. Like, if you ain't on that side, if you ain't signed with Nike, if you ain't doing the Sprite commercial, if you choose not to do none of that bullshit, they against you. Talking about he's not marketable. Like, he chose not to be marketed by y'all motherfuckers. Talking about he's not marketable. He's not nice. He don't smile. He don't do this. Because he's doing real work in the community. He talked about his community work.
But, okay, so what was going on in that interview? I might have to go look that up, because that's a very interesting parent.
Bro said he trying to build a Black Wall Street. He out here trying to really step for people. He out here trying to help people get housing, trying to help the community put some money in their pockets for real.
Okay.
That's what he own, and they don't like that.
I'm going to go check that out.
JB is a solid dude.
Because after everything you said, I was thinking something else, just any type of sports interviewer. But you said 19 Keys.
I need to look up his shoes, though, man. I need to get a pair of them. I know I was back in the day, I was talking about getting them the Lonzo Ball shoes.
Yeah.
But now I need to get JB shoes, man. Because he got his own company, his own shoe line, all that.
You mentioned support. You just mentioned the Ball brothers. We got to throw another black man support. G3 just dropped some new heat.
Bro, G3 undefeated, bro. G3 is he can't be stopped. He cannot be stopped, bro. He out here performing. He look like a rapper. He look like the rest of these rap niggas. Like, he can't be stopped.
And that's the thing about it, bro. I forgot to put that in the outline, bro. G3 out here still dropping heat, bro. Shake that ass for me. He with it, bro. He telling them what to do.
They say he was a one and done. He's back, bro.
He's back. He's back and he's better.
He man just had to find his lane, bro. He back at it.
And the thing about it is, I'm just glad he kept it in the same. This is my rap flow. This is how I get down.
Oh, that's his flow, but that's what he do.
He didn't try to switch it up to drill. He didn't try to switch it up to West Coast. He said, this is how I rap. When I write bars, when I hear a beat, this is what it sounds like in my head. I'm going to put that on wax.
Like.
You know what I'm saying? I tap in with Big Glow. You know what I'm saying? Make it happen. I walked past that video, but I was like, let me see. It's G3, man. I got to get it.
You had to watch it. This is the daytime to relaunch that Triple B shit again, bro. Come back with the merch, man. Come back with his shoe. He a rapper now. He got his old shoe. Like, they need to launch it back again. Run that back.
You get all three brothers and Pops up in there. Maybe, get some new designers up in there, something like that. And really craft it out. Just, one
Craft it out.
like pop-up drops. Boom.
LeVar was wrong. He chose the wrong son. He thought the first son was gonna be the star. It was really the middle son. The young son started popping in the NBA, but now you got the middle son popping in the rap game, man. Maybe he was the chosen one all along.
But the thing about it is when we last week when we talked about fatherhood and masculinity and family and stuff like that, if you bring your kids up right, and regardless of how people like LeVar Ball's approach and his bravado or whatever you want to call it,
do the real man, bro.
He ain't trying to make his kids perfect and say they ain't this or that. He's like, no, these are just good, solid brothers. Everybody gonna make mistakes, and I'm not trying to bring up any mistakes that were made. I'm just talking about he never put his sons out there to be perfect. He said these are just men.
He's part of the story, but he had to steal that shit in China so he could become a rapper. See, I got locked up in China, nigga. I'm a rapper. I'm in the game. I'm G3. He got a story.
Y'all niggas up there getting locked up in the States. Got locked up in China.
Trump got me out of jail. That's a real story. What the fuck?
Put that in some bars, G3. Man, put it in some bars, bro.
G3 can't be stopped out here, bro.
No, that was a quick little detour because you mentioned the Bar brothers. That G3 popped right in my head, bro.
Nah, bro. Fatherhood important, bro.
Yeah.
Importance of a dad, but to support your kids, let them support their dreams, and you see what can happen, bro. And you see all the examples of these fathers not being there, like chaos will ensue.
Yeah.
Or having a weak father, like some chaos will ensue.
I don't even want to talk about it, but
you know what I'm talking about, man? We gotta talk about that shit, bro. Fuck that, bro. You just talking about the dude with the dress?
Yeah.
Bruh, man, fuck that, bruh. I mean, we can't run from it. We can't run from it. We ain't gotta go too crazy on it, but that shit had my stomach turning, bro. It was just the defeat. The look of defeat that I seen on both of their faces, that shit was just hardening, bro.
And this is one of those things, right? Because you say you look at the dad. I can understand. All right, let's put it out there. This is the story about the young man, however that go. Well,
he's still a young man. It was a dude.
Executive order said it's only two. Executive order says
it's only two. That's a boy with a dress on.
So the young man, dress tuxedo, whatever you want to call it, his pop show up to take him to prom. And even with I understand what the pops is doing, he was like, this is my son, I'm gonna support him the best I can. You could, like you said, you can look on his face and see like he's doing this really out of pure love. Like,
yeah,
he don't agree with it from at least outside looking in. He don't agree with it. He feel like there's a better way to do it. And things of that nature, right? And me, myself, personally, I'm a firm believer in that. And all of us as parents would have to be like this to some degree. Once you get out my house, you grown and doing your own thing.
Yeah.
What can I tell you? You grown. I can't tell
you. Kid.
But right now, you're still a kid.
You're still a kid now.
There's nothing I can.
This is a high school prom.
This is nothing I can do about your sexuality. There's nothing I can do about you, the way you identify. But I can say this is what we got going on. Because I'm talking about, even as a kid, we can take all this other stuff out of here. This last thing I'm saying, even as a kid, if you don't want your son to have braids, it ain't got nothing to do with anything. He played ball. He's a masculine young man. He like women. Whatever. You be like, son, get them dreads off your head. You ain't growing that out. As long as he's in your house.
You got to say so. Hey, you don't want him to get his ears pierced. Like, bro, we ain't getting our ears pierced over here. We ain't doing it.
Oh, all your little friends? Just because
what they doing.
Just because they got sleeves in the 10th grade, you ain't doing it.
We ain't getting tatted up this early. We ain't doing that.
We ain't doing it.
Because you do got to say so. I'm sorry, like, we ain't they friends. Yeah. You are parents, bro. You got to lead your child in the way you want them to go. And that's just lack of leadership, bro. You look like you was in whipped submission over there. Like, you lost the battle.
And he probably
to that woman, to whoever you lost that battle to, you lost those battles. And you ain't fight hard enough. Yeah. I hate to be like that. I hate to be absolute, but man, it's things you could do and there's interventions you can do to save this situation.
Well, the thing about it is him fighting hard enough. I don't know what the brother did or did not do, but I will say you gave up because there's a thing you could have stood on business for. It's like, I'm just not a part of this.
Because it's hard to say you didn't fight. Like, if you was there on a regular basis and you just watching it turn this way, like it just didn't happen overnight.
No, of course.
It didn't happen overnight. As soon as you start noticing some shit, you gotta check shit in the bud. You gotta nip it in the bud. You have to.
When you say nip it in the bud, like, because if the young man says he's gay, he's gonna be gay. You can't change that.
It's conversations to be had way even before that.
No, I get that.
Before you gotta tell them about the world. You gotta lead them in the way you want them to go. You gotta have the talks with your kids. You gotta have these uncomfortable conversations from Jump Street, even when they young. Like,
yeah,
you gotta come out with it. You have to say something.
But the whole aspect of it, even if they're gonna be gay, they're gonna be gay. Even if they hold it in for 10, 15 years. What, are you gonna be 25 now? And if he's gonna be gay, he's gonna be gay. That's the only thing that or you can't talk it out of. Maybe somebody could be confused. Maybe you find out something else happened.
It could be that too.
You know?
It's a lot going on. It's like, I don't know, bro. There's a lot in that situation. Like, it's a lot, bro. You can't have anybody around your kids. Something could have happened. Could have got touched on. Like, all type of shit. But you still had the opportunity to be on top of that. You gotta say certain things. You gotta ask certain questions. You gotta see who around your kids.
But I'll probably more make the argument that if the young man is gonna be gay, he's gonna be gay. But on the flip side is the wearing of dresses and full faces of makeup and stuff like that. You can once you
I don't know, bro. I don't believe it's just, to me, it's like a lack of leadership. It's a lack of leadership, bro. It's hard, like, bro, when you give an example, unless you rocking like that. If you rocking like that and we don't know about it, then that's a whole nother thing. But a lot of the time, these kids look up to their parents. They looking up to you. They seeing how you rock. It's hard for them, a child, just to go totally against what he's being brought up as, what he's around all the time, what he's seeing all the time, what you teaching them.
But even if you look,
nothing I told you.
But even if you looking, if you looking at video, 90% of the people in the video were women. You see they so happy about it. That's probably what he's majority being raised around, probably.
Yeah.
You know, so he is getting pushed in that direction because there's been nothing but acceptance. So even if you got that one voice against 10,
I don't give a fuck, bro. That voice got to be strong, bro.
No, I feel you.
You gotta have the Lord with you with that voice, man. Sometimes you gotta open that Bible, bro. You gotta do certain things, bro.
No, I get it, but the one thing I just don't believe it. Like, I believe certain things but I do believe that some people, they gay. It is what it is. Whatever got them to that point, if they're gonna be gay, they're gonna be gay.
Yeah.
You look at the cat, he had the bar video say, "I'm delivered." That dude say he don't like men's no more, but that man's back liking men's again because he's gay. What can you do about that?
I just believe a lot of things happen to get in that situation. I don't believe that born gay shit or just something happened overnight. A lot of shit happened. And a lot of shit could have happened the other way for you not to be that way.
I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it at, if people say they gay, bro, they gay. That's what because it takes a lot to just want to do that. Even if you got the negativity that could lead somebody to that. There's some people who probably didn't go through any negativity and they just was gay. I don't know. I'm like, when somebody tell me that, I'm like, bro, who am I to tell that man he wrong? Or that girl?
I don't know, bro.
I do believe.
I believe a series of things had to happen.
This is bald-headed logic, right? This is logical stuff, right? Like, for example, I've personally seen this. Like, when you see a stud or a lesbian with children, obviously somewhere along the line you got some dick.
Yeah.
Obviously. But within that, I've heard them tell me stories like, "Oh yeah, I got done so dirty by my baby daddy." I'm like, "Fuck niggas for life." That's why they like bitches now. That's perfectly fine. I can understand that.
Women different though, bro. There's two sets of rules. We could be talking all day about that shit, but it's different, bro. It ain't the same. It ain't the same. It's too absolute with men. It ain't the same, bro.
What do you mean?
A woman could be cosplaying as a man for 30 years, and tomorrow she wear a dress and want to be a woman again, and that's just gonna be that.
No, of course, yeah.
It could be undone when one fell swoop is undone. But a man, once you go down a certain road, bro, you done some shit, you can't undo it.
Yeah.
Well, it's shit different with us. You can't undo. We live a different set of rules, bro. We are different.
No, and that I can agree with. But like this was a situation to go with your argument. There's a series of things that could happen to make somebody choose different than what your natural sexuality should be, right? That's your argument. There's a series of things that could happen to make somebody not just use lesbians as a thing for, especially for like lesbians.
No, we're talking about for men. But, like a series of things had to happen for him to be that way. Whole lot of things.
You talking about the dressing as a girl part or just being gay in general?
All of it.
That's because I don't know about like what these men go through and what they got going on. That's why like I really didn't want to talk about it like that.
But I ain't like it, bro.
I just looked at the pops because there's one thing, like if the pops was over there super smiling and cheesing, I'm like, okay, everybody with it. That's what they family do. That's what they family do. But the fact I saw the look of,
it was a defeated man, bro. Yeah, it looked terrible, man. Hey, pray for that nigga, man.
I don't know, man. We got JuJu Watkins tears the ACL.
Hurt, man.
Yeah, that sucks, man. And she what a sophomore, junior? What is she? She's a sophomore, so she still got 2 years to go.
Yeah, JuJu will bounce back, man.
Yeah, she's still young.
But speaking of the JuJu shit, man, I feel like somebody put some bad juju on JuJu, bro. Cause she was in the stands kicking it with Jada Daniels, bro. It was all good.
It was all good just a week ago.
It was good just a week ago, and out of nowhere, bro. Bro, I'm like, I'm seeing it on my time, and I'm seeing the memes like, oh shit, JuJu and Jada, like, that's a good situation. They look good together. I even like the post. I'm like, oh shit, that's what's up. The next post I see, his mama pop up out of nowhere between them. It's like, hell no, I dislike that shit. Like, I don't like that. That's some bullshit.
Because the thing about it, a lot of people saying that they knew each other. Well, because he obviously a few years older than her if he already in the league.
Yeah, Jaylen like 23, 24.
And she probably, what, 20?
19, 20.
Yeah, so them knowing each other, whatever that could mean. But if they kicking and if they flirting or whatever, and Mom Dukes pull up, I can understand you pulling up on one of these 40-year-old thoughts who trying to go after young men.
Exactly.
I can see you pulling up on the little 22-year-old already got a BBL and crazy.
One of them Instagram bitches like, yeah, move them out the way.
Move them out the way. But this one,
you should bless this one.
She could be just as crazy, but that's the one you say, let me see what's going on here.
Nah, you gotta see what's going on. That look wholesome.
Yeah.
If he was gonna be with somebody, that's the somebody you should want him to be with.
So that, because it was like, I'll put it, if it is a situation you're trying to protect your son, that means that goes into another level. That's overprotection. That's
craziness.
That's craziness. You're going to come sit in between them. Even if that was your original seat, you see them wrapping it up, you sit right there.
You sit next to your son.
Yeah.
What you going to tell him? You told him to get up, move over so I can get this seat. That's what had to happen because they were sitting next to each other.
You know what I'm saying?
What you told her to move down? Like what you did?
So the thing about it is, and I can already hear people telling some parents are gonna be parents, and she has no, she don't. That's a grown man at this point. That's a grown man. And we're always here for advice, but if you as the parent, you trying to be so overprotective, you don't you can't even say, I know who she is. I watch sports. She's all over the thing. From all accounts, she's a very nice young lady. Son, you can give him advice. Slow players. Let's see what she really about. Let's see what the goals are. Give him some game. But to come in and do the split, sit there and
I'm gonna embarrass you on TV. Like, come on, man.
Or do something to the point to where it's like it has to be explained away. Like, no, that wasn't the case and stuff like that. No, people know what they're looking at these days.
People know what they're looking at. And you know what's gonna be a story like, man, don't do that in front of people, in front of TV, man. Now I gotta explain this to people. People asking me questions about this shit. You making me look bad.
And especially not that young lady. This was just a little conversation. They had a game.
They had a game.
Every camera is on them. They ain't finna do nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy.
Then if you have some concerns, you address them. That's it.
The game. You wait till y'all get along. Like, hey, I don't really like that for you, son. Whatever you got to say, but you don't do that at that moment.
Yeah.
That was some abrasive bullshit. Like, you wanted to be on some bullshit.
Yeah, because, you know, I don't know what his Pop situation is, but Pops would have been like, Pops probably would have came down, saw him in the ear, he probably would have went back upstairs. I'm going to go and stay.
I would have got another seat, bro. Like, oh, my son getting busy. He supposed to be getting busy. That's what I'm talking about.
No, I'm not gonna
got another seat.
I'm not finna interrupt you. Anybody sitting over here? Let me sit with y'all. Why ain't you going back down there? Nah, he over there handling business.
You got work. I'm if I'm watching from this, like, yeah, you want to work. Do what I told you to, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Send a little man a text. Hey, bro, go ahead, put your arm around that, bro. Stop playing.
Stop playing, bro. You got that number? You better get that before you leave, bro. Stop playing.
We ain't doing Instagrams over here, bro. We get numbers. We get digits.
She stayed for you. She's about to go, bro. Come on.
We get digits over here, little man. We don't get no Instagrams. We don't get Snapchats. We get numbers. We old school with it.
Old school.
You know what I'm saying?
But like we said, just talking about fathers, bro. Why fathers important? Like if that lady had, or she just had a man, like a man would have told her, hey, no, don't do that in this situation. Don't do that.
We're gonna sit right here. Let them finish that conversation.
What you may feel about it, we're not gonna embarrass him.
Yeah.
That's our son. We care about him. Like we're not gonna do him like that. Ain't nothing bad finna happen in no conversation at this game.
And like you said, even if it was one of them 40-year-old thoughts, boom, I wouldn't went down and embarrassed me. I was like, come holler at me. I need to holler at you real quick. Boom, quick text. Nah, we ain't doing that.
Ain't doing that.
Boom. Like I said, but I wouldn't have been embarrassed. Or if I would have came back, I would have made it innocent, like got the nachos and the chips and stuff and been like, oh, yeah, get your ass up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I wouldn't have had the look on my face because she looked like she was angry in the picture. Unless I remember.
She had the right to check a 40-year-old. Like, bitch, we the same age.
Of course.
The same age. Why you try to talk to my son? It'd be like I still got a groove back and shit. Why you try to talk to my son, bitch? You tripping.
But it's also another thing is because this is when people talk about narratives and things of that nature. Like I said, this is bald-headed logic. If that was one of them 40-year-old thoughts and she came over and said, nope, boom, 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 she would have got 100% praise.
They would have praised her like, that's what you supposed to do.
The only negativity she would have got was from the 40-year-old thoughts. Like that's a grown man.
Nah, you ain't finna get the bag off my son. Not today.
Get your ass up out of security.
Get your ass old ass bitch. Get your ass out here. Belinda.
What you doing at a March Madness? What you doing at a March Madness game? You ain't got no son.
You ain't got no reason to be here. Get your ass up out of here.
Your son don't even hoop.
Your son don't. Your son old as fuck. Your son older than my son. You tripping. Old ass.
Goddamn son, 26 years old, never played no ball in his life, but you at a March Madness.
Never played no ball. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
But nah, it was nasty work, bro. It didn't look good. It didn't look good at all. You gotta read the room. Like I understand you the type. She spoke about it. She the type of mother. She said keep all the girls away. She don't want that to be his downfall.
Yeah.
But you gotta recognize who to do that with. Like nah, this the one. This one he might need to fuck with this one. And I ain't gotta keep him away from all girls, just the wrong ones.
Yeah, and the thing about focus, because the thing about it is, I understand he could be a Christian young man. I don't know what Jaylen Dunn's got on, but let's just say if he's typical, he gonna want some cheeks. He's gonna want something going on because. Focus and this and that. Michael Jordan, as focused as he was, got cheeks.
Yeah.
A lot of great players.
Nah, he got married early. Like that's what you should be trying to push. Like a lot of the greats to be getting married early. They don't be having all these baby mamas. LeBron they locked it down early. Steph. They got out the game. And they focus on the ball. They focus on the game.
And like a lot of them NFL players, them niggas married pretty solid, like young and stuff like that. Jameis got married early. Russell Wilson right here on his second, but he bounced back with Sierra, whatever.
You gotta choose right. Like shit, that wasn't the wrong choice for him. That was a solid one. Like you tripping, and she just got as much just to lose as him.
Yeah,
like she got a career to focus. She ain't trying to have no baby right now. Like she got shit going on too.
Yeah, and she got bread. NIL deals is crazy. She's going to go to the WNBA. She's going to be one of them players that push it to the next echelon where she is going to be probably making millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And like you said, by all accounts, she could be crazy. She could be batshit crazy based off the next story we're about to talk about. Exactly. The Xavier Worthy thing.
You don't know.
But you let that one ride out a little bit.
She seemed wholesome as a motherfucker, bro. You tripping?
Yeah.
Like you overbearing. You wilding.
Because even if she was crazy, she has to grow up and not be crazy because she's gonna have a manager, she's gonna have an agent, she's gonna have handlers. They're gonna say,
Exactly.
you can't mess up this Gatorade, you can't mess up this Nike, you can't mess up these other endorsements. Yeah.
So you gotta control your emotions.
You got it. LeBron, just like any young man, you got millions of dollars. Bro, I want to wild out a little bit. No, you got Nike, you got Gatorade, you got Sprite, you got this, you got that. Nah, bro, you ain't doing none of that.
You can't.
You in Savannah? Let's make that happen.
You got handlers at that point. You can't do that. But that lady got some type of complex, bro. I don't know what I know they be calling his son husband, but I don't know like a technical term for it.
That's the only.
You remember on Baby Boy where you say you got the Oedipus complex, baby boy? You took your mama, it's your boy. But this is your mama. Man, she think, bro, for real, but she think her son is her husband, bro. That shit is weird.
But yeah, like I said, if it was possible, you would have went, oh, let me give my son a few minutes.
Come on, man.
Especially if it was that.
Come on, man.
Shit. But let's talk about somebody who did choose wrong. You got Xavier Worthy. At this point, he's suing his ex, Tia Jones, who was a track star. Whatever she did in her past, I didn't look at the schools or whatever she got going on. Only thing I know is that, bro, like she trying to jam homie up, bro, and I don't like it. You don't know the story though, do you?
I ain't been keeping up with this.
So anyway, Xavier Worthy goes and he kind of feeling something about Shorty is off, so he hires a private investigator. Finds out Shorty is cheating on him. So he like, you cheating on me? I got the PI on the case.
Damn.
Boom, boom. I need you to pack up your shit and get up out the crib because he got a home in Texas. So he's like, I need you to get on up out the crib. Shorty like, I'm not leaving. XYZ. I think I read something in an article is like, she feels like I've been in this relationship long enough. She feels like she's still owed something. Like she was sleeping with her trainer and stuff like that. So she concocts a story saying he was beating on her, goes get like a protective order. That's why he got arrested. I don't know if you remember. He got arrested last month. He gets out. She stole like $300,000 worth of jewelry. Like took like maybe some cash that was in the crib. Wrecked one of his rooms, like his little game room and stuff like that. So homie's suing her right now to get all this stuff back and get made whole. And he got the evidence where his dread pulled out. He's like, no, she was actually putting her hands on me. And things like this. But I'm sitting here looking like, Shorty, what you got going on where you cheated on this man?
She need to go to jail, bro. She need to do some time.
And that's really
more than money. She need to do some time, bro. Fuck that.
Lock
her ass up. They stay locking up the men, bro. Lock her ass up, bro.
And that's why I'm glad the Chiefs didn't fully come out and he's suspended and indefinitely and this and the third because this isn't the best thing because you got to be fully encompassing. That's why I can't be no judge. I can't be no. If you want to work for me, bro, I'm gonna hear your story out and be like, "Oh, that's possible. You're not getting fired over there. You're not getting suspended over there. You said you got a private investigator. You caught Shorty cheating. Now all of a sudden she's trying to throw your life into the gutter. I can rock with that. And if any more information come out where you lied to me, I'll handle that at that time. Yeah. But for right now, I can see why you stressed out and Shorty tripping. So I'm glad the Chiefs ain't really, roll over too fast. But like Shorty do need to go to jail off that, or she need to get some type of
that chick evil, bro. That's some evilness.
And this is the thing I be telling people. I be having conversations, and I be like, every day we can talk about how niggas ain't shit, right? We can have that conversations can be on the internet, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, whatever you want to have, like how niggas ain't shit, right? And this is one thing I always tell women, because me, myself personally, I try my best to choose to talk to decent, nice women. That's what I tend to talk to. I'm not attracted by a shorty with mad attitude and none of that. I'm not attracted to that. You got to be nice to AT Black. AT Black wants you to be nice to him. But I'm like, y'all don't understand how many bad women out there. At least y'all won't even make the recognition that it's like some terrible, terrible shorties out here.
Nah, because somebody got marketed only men could be bad people. And somehow women just can't be bad people. Only way they could be bad if some man did something to them to make them bad. But only us could be bad people. Bad person, just a bad person.
Because I saw situations where and if this is true, like, because they said they got like camera footage of her like packing her stuff up into her car, and like I think one of her track coaches and another one of her ex track and field teammates came to help her move. But if y'all helped her move some of this man's shit out there, you should go down too.
Lock them up.
Because at this point, especially at this point in my life, if my homie like, man, my girl kicking me out, man, I'm gonna go over there and I'm like, bro, I help you move some shit up out the crib. And then he about to take a bat to a TV. I'm like, bro, don't do that while I'm here. No, I'm not with that. I don't care what she did to you.
Nah, bro, do your dirt by yourself, man.
Yeah.
Don't get me involved in your schemes.
And that's the point, bro. I'm like, and some fact, oh yeah, she told this nigga shit up, bro.
I gotta lock her ass up, bro. Fuck that. She gotta do some time. They gotta deter her from doing that shit again.
Rip that man dress out. $300,000 worth of jewelry. That's crazy. Yeah, and they need to go ahead and make that and I hope he got like footage inside his crib of her really, really tripping out, because like I said, you'll send the man to jail, no explanation, he can lose endorsements, everything. Like even with like Jonathan Majors, he trying to make his little comeback. As soon as he go promoting his movie,
they try to put a little voicemail out.
Put the little voicemail out, the voice recording. And granted, if he did something, by all means, we're about accountability. But this is more than getting accountability. This is character and life assassination. Because if he beat on you, you should have turned him in when he did it.
Yeah.
Because obviously that car shit, regardless of what that recorder said he did, what he went to trial for on that car shit, to me, he didn't do nothing. Like, I could take each individual situation as they come, but when you see when you see people doing a calculated move on your life to take you down, bro, that's gotta feel crazy.
Evil, man.
Anything else going on?
That's pretty much it. I mean, what you said about Malik Yoba?
Well, I think he was kind of being facetious and being a little bit sarcastic. I guess it was like a DEI play where he's saying, I'm no longer going to identify as a black man, person of color, and this and I'm going to identify as non-white. But I'm like, that don't stop if Trump never got rid of DEI and affirmative action, it still doesn't help logically.
Yeah.
Because you're not supposed to put race in any of your quote unquote contracts or proposals and stuff like this. Supposed to be, this is my proposal. We will accept it. So saying I'm a non-white male who they gonna look at that and throw that shit out anyway. So I understand what he maybe was trying to do, but to me it landed flat.
Man, Malik on some weird shit, man.
Yeah, he probably one of the people who've been in Hollywood a little bit too long.
Too long, just bored.
Yeah.
Just doing anything to get some headlines, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember the last thing he was in.
I think I remember him from that Wild Ass Breakfast Club interview from a few years ago.
I guess that's what his career is, just some wild shit. He just come and say some wild shit every few months, every few years.
Every few years. Let me jump out the window.
Let me jump out the window.
Let me see what's going
black on. No more. I ain't black.
Trans women are women. But I see it. I'm like, oh.
So you want to be a non-black man fucking trans women, bro? I don't know what he got going on, bro.
Crazy.
That's what he want to be. That's what he wants to be, bro.
That is wild.
He just want to identify anything he want to identify as, bro.
Instead of just being a man and say, this is what I like, bro. Like, you don't got to explain it to nobody. All that extra stuff, bro. That's what you into. That's what you into.
That's what you into, playboy.
I tell people this time, this is across the board on anything. Why do y'all want people to accept what y'all got going on so bad?
I don't know, bro. Niggas don't like to be alone, bro.
Neo, you got 4 women. I understand people might ask you when you go on interviews, but it don't seem like Neo really trying to explain it in a way to have people accept it. He's just saying, like, this is what it is.
It's just what it is, bro.
But you see other people might try to explain it. I believe in the poly lifestyle because of this, and I want an open relationship because of that. Nah, bro. Last thing I'm gonna say, bro. I know there's some things that our forefathers from yesterday, especially we talk about the community, like, you know, back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, we was the most married community on the board. And maybe, you know, some of our grandfathers and fathers did not uphold that the right way. We know we got systemic things that benefited from it. But even outside of it, I'm talking about the extra families and this and the third. But one thing the statistics show is that they might not have executed it right, but it is the perfect situation. Let's try to get these homes back together. I understand, you know, we might have broken up with,
Man, we
this and third.
we more divided than ever right now, bro. This shit is insane out here. We so divided, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think people lean into it. They like it, bro. They like the toxicity, bro. They like it.
Well, because think about it, if you live, and this is my opinion, you live those type of lifestyles, you kind of not held to a full accountability.
Nobody want to be accountable for shit, bro.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm a man who says I need more than one woman and I got 3 or 4 women, and then I go on a trip and I smash another one, I can really look at them and be like, "What are y'all talking about? Y'all see how I get down?" Even though they can say, "Well, you're supposed to be honest with us and not."
You know my word don't mean shit. You know that. You knew that when you married me.
Like, I got 4 women. I got 4 girlfriends. So I can do shit just like this. Y'all already showed me that y'all willing to share. So what is one more quick little nut that I got when I was in Phoenix? No. People being that polished shit, you're just trying to protect your feelings. Yeah, your heart got broken at this point. Your heart healed from that shit and go find somebody nice. Because what you want...
We don't believe in shit no more.
That's what it is.
Them people from, like we said, them people from yesteryear, they believed in something, but they had faith and shit. They believed in things that was bigger than themselves. Everybody believe in just their own word, but people they own God and shit. Like, motherfuckers do anything. And making an excuse for the shit they doing.
And even if Pawpaw or Pops didn't hold his end of the stick down for whatever reasons those may be, they believed in something.
They knew the importance of it. They knew it, but that was the only way we got through the struggle was families. Black people had families. We wouldn't have made it like this, bro.
And that's the thing about it. They were like, I talked to my grandma. My grandma said she was upset for 20 years of that 50-year marriage. I mean, she was happy for 30.
Yeah. And she wasn't selfish. She knew the shit was bigger than her.
And especially in this day and age, with a lot of us doing way better than our predecessors are, we got the opportunity to make this shit right. You talk to that old school, G, you talk to that old school grandma, they gonna show you how to get through a problem. They'll walk you straight through it. Why are you tripping about that?
We got no problem resolution, no nothing, bro. We can't solve a problem, save our damn life, bro.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers just run away from it.
Especially if y'all decide to commit, man, sit down and try to solve one problem. Because one thing I know about me, I was raised old school, bro. I tell people all the time, every last one of my feelings don't have to be validated.
No.
Sometimes I just got to be mad at some shit and it just didn't go my way. Depending on what that particular thing is, there's some things that's just principle. I got to put my foot down. It's going to go my way because that's just the way it is. There's just some things I'm like, I got to eat this one.
These folks ain't got no logic, bro. No bald-headed logic, that is.
Yeah. Y'all motherfuckers got too much hair.
We out of here, man.